Hello and welcome to the Real Radio Show on UCFM 87.8, coming to you live from the University of Canberra on Ngunnawal land. I'm Alison.
And I'm Tia, and we have And I'm Tia. That was a bit of a, who is it behind the microphone? I'm Tia, and we've got a lot happening on today's show. But first of all, how has your Tuesday been?
My Tuesday's great, Tia. We were just talking before going live about sister cities.
We were having a scintillating conversation. I really got into it.
Me too.
Sister cities. Because we were talking about I don't know how we started talking about sister cities, but we were talking about how do you make a sister city connection? How do you choose sister cities?
Are all sisters part of the same sisterhood?
Exactly. Which we have found out they're not.
They're not.
Spoiler alert. Quick Wikipedia search pulled it up. But there's a lot to dive into there. So maybe we'll do a Sister City podcast. This is what I'm hearing. We had a lot to talk about that.
But let's move on to some of the other stuff we're talking about today.
Yes.
For starters, we have AJ scoping out some of the local markets in another installment of AJ Tries.
Absolutely. We'll also chat with someone very familiar with the market scene, local designer Elizabeth Ahern.
I also previewed the upcoming Noods and Blooms event,
which I'm very intrigued about. I have no idea. And later in the show, singer-songwriter Isy Cappo will be joining us in the studio, which is very, very exciting. It's just after 4 p.m. and is currently 12 degrees here in Balconnen. Send us a message throughout the show on our text line 0415 774405. Tell us your thoughts on sister cities because Alice and I are invested in this now.
Please. Oh, you can stay up to date with everything UCFM by following at UCFM_87.8. And if you're not already, tune in on iHeartRadio to listen to UCFM wherever you are.
This is The Real Radio Show. So, did you know that Canberra's very own Haig Park celebrated its 102nd birthday this year?
I had no idea, but I was in Haig Park this weekend.
You were at the same time as AJ. You found that out after. You were both like,
yeah.
Wait a second. Wait a minute. I was also there.
It was fate.
It was.
Well, established originally as a windbreak to protect our growing city from dust and wind, it is now a bustling community space that hosts weekly markets on Sundays.
Yeah, that's correct. The Haig Village Markets originally opened in 2021 and has only grown bigger and better, connecting local and regional vendors to create a lively community-driven market for Canberra locals and visitors alike. And it is always busy.
It is packed.
The
parking was a struggle, I will say.
Yeah. Well, Real Radio Show host AJ checked out the markets this past Sunday, for the first time to see what the hype was all about.
Okay, it's AJ here, live, not really, from the Haig Park Markets. Anyone from Canberra knows that there's a lot of markets around, and if you're new and you don't know what to do, Canberra, you should check them out. I haven't been to the Haig Park Markets, and I'm with some friends. We've got Hannah here, say hi.
Hi.
And we've got Ben.
Hello.
And we're all here. It's our first time going to the markets. I've been to the bus depot markets. How about you, Han? Where have you been?
I've only been to the bus depot markets and the handmade markets, which I think is every couple of months.
Yes, the bus depot ones are every Sunday, and I believe that the Haig Park markets are every Sunday. We're walking through, about to cross the road, and it's very busy, isn't it? Very busy, Ben.
Very busy.
Okay, well, let's see what's happening. I see cannoli already, looking really good, and might do some interviews, might try some new things. Beautiful flowers. Should I buy you guys a flower? I don't know. All right, let's go have a look and see if we can find anything cool. All right, first impressions, Hannah.
I'm immediately overwhelmed. There's so many things. A lot of really yummy food, coffee. I'm excited.
You're going to get a coffee, aren't you?
I am going to get a coffee. Maybe I'll do a little rating when I get the coffee.
That's right. Ben, do you think you're going to get a coffee or nah?
Maybe I'll get a different drink. Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned, guys. Let's have a look and see what they have. Hot soda. They have hot soda. This looks really good, actually.
Yeah.
So many people walking around, and we haven't even gone, not even like 30 meters into this market. Lots of stuff to look at. Lots of different food stalls. I see some pies and sausage rolls. Lots of eggs. So this is really great because got that egg shortage, right? Oh my God, lots of dogs here as well. 1, 2, 3. Let's get a dog counter. 1, 2, 3. I saw 3 on the way in. Oh my God, 5 dogs. Ben, what are your first impressions so far?
Very cozy, a lot of food options. I might get a hot soda. I don't know.
Hannah has come back. What are we thinking? What did you order?
I got a mocha.
You're very partial to a mocha, aren't you?
I'm very partial to a mocha. I love a little bit of sweetness. Otherwise, I can't drink coffee because it's too much.
Oh, I'm looking at 2 dogs kissing at the moment. Oh my god, they're so cute. They're hanging out. Wait, oh my god. Right, well, what I'm eyeing up here is this little market called the Unscripted Market Stall. They have hot soda and you can make it sparkling. I've never had a hot soda before. Don't have any clue what it is, but I'm super excited to give it a shot. They've got tamarind and lime, blackberry cola, rosemary lemonade, mulled apple, aromatic lime. What is a hot soda? I've never had a hot soda. It's like a nice... Okay, let's give it a shot. I'm trying Ben's mulled apple hot soda. Oh my god, it's hot. Ooh, that's delicious. Wait, that's delicious. Oh, there's some musicians here as well. We might hear some nice local music. Monica, welcome to the UCFM station. How are you?
I'm great, thanks for having me on this wonderful, wonderful radio station.
Now, did you just arrive or have you been here for a while?
I've been here for approximately 20 minutes, just plodding a bit, and then I laid in the sun for quite a while.
It's quite nice, actually. It's what a lovely day.
Yeah, it's a wonderful day for a bit of frolicking.
Yes, I heard you got a cronut. Let's get a little bit of a review on the cronut.
Cronut, I would say maybe like a 3.5 out of 5. Reasons being, yeah, $6.50, that's fine for this sort of market, but maybe it's more of a me problem because I went for the wrong flavour. It was a little bit dry, is my qualm.
Okay. But what flavour did you get?
So I got cinnamon sugar, but if I were to redo my time, I would probably go for the olive oil and lemon one. Because it had a bit of filling and I think that would have sort of balanced out the cronut of it all.
Sounds really good. I think I might check it out. Now, there's a lot of food stalls here. What's got your eye?
Great question. I've just had a breakfast burrito, so just putting that context into play. But I would say a paella, I think.
Yeah, a little bit of a rice in the afternoon. Why not? It sounds really great. There's a lot to look at, lots of stuff here. Definitely recommend it. Would you recommend?
Would recommend to a friend.
There you go. Thank you very much, Monica.
Thanks, guys.
Alright, we're at the very end. It's got a lot of like handmade items here. Ooh, little crochet bags, flowers crocheted as well if you guys want to have the vibe of a flower but not the rotting of a flower, the deadness of a flower. But speaking of flowers, Hannah's here at the Vox Flora Florist. What are you thinking, Han?
There's a cute little, I forget what they're called, like little ornaments you put on the door, like little wreaths, I think. And I might get one for my stepmom.
That's very nice. Shout out Mel.
Shout out Mel, she's amazing.
All right, these are really beautiful though. What a great decoration. All right, we've done a loop. We're circling back. Going past some fresh produce. There's mangoes here, 4 for $10.
There's someone with a cat backpack.
A cat backpack?
They've got their cat on their shoulder.
Someone's got a cat backpack here, guys. Oh my god, the little doggies. Oh, bless. Okay, I'm here with Patrick. He works for Poncho Fox
Distillery, so yeah.
Tell us a little bit about how you got started with distillery.
So I was poor and we needed alcohol, and so we used to make like rum in my backyard. And then we'd have like daiquiri parties, and it was like really, really fun. And then I was running a little coffee business called Sly Fox Coffee, and then COVID came and wiped out my business, and we pivoted to this cool distillery. And now I have lots and lots of alcohol.
Dude, and lots of alcohol, but it looks so cool. We've got raspberry soju, watermelon, green apple. What's your favorite here? You've got lots of different spirits.
Christmas pudding spice rum is my personal favorite, but I think the watermelon soju is one of our best sellers at the moment, and that seems to be really popular.
Is there any way I can try some of these?
Of course, let's go.
I'm bad with alcohol, but let's try it. Why not? Okay, watermelon soju. Smells good.
It's like Korean-style flavored vodka. It's like lolly water almost.
I like it. What's your best experiment with these alcohols?
Best experiment. I mean, it's all an experiment. That's the thing that people don't seem to get, is that this is all made out of my shed, and like it's all just like a weird little mad science project going on in my shed.
Nice. All right, I love them. These are awesome. And so do you have a website where people can find you?
Yeah, www.ponchofox.com.au. Buy all our products and stuff. It's made in Belconnen, which is near UC.
Nice. Okay, there you go. Guys, uni students, get on it. Oh my gosh, Patrick gave us some free alcohol. Thank you, Patrick, so much for this. That's awesome. Guys, check him out. He's on Instagram, Poncho Fox Distillery. Okay, we're going to keep looking around. What else? What else are we thinking, guys? Apple fritter. Behind us? Oh, we missed it. We got to go back. Got to go back and get the apple fritter. Ben, what did you get?
I got an apple fritter.
How do you feel about the apple fritter? It's looking good.
I mean, it looks delicious. I've been seeing these on social media, and I've been influenced, I guess. So let's try it. Would you like some ASMR?
Yeah, ASMR. No, it's looking amazing. We've got, a nice little bread moment. The outside is covered in what looks like to be kind of like a Krispy Kreme style glaze sauce in a brown paper bag. Looking good. How does it taste?
It's appley and frittery.
Appley and frittery. Pretty good. Frittery. I can't speak English. I'm looking at that place. It's called Grillax. It's across the road from here. It's got a Filipino flag on it. People at home, I am Filipino, so I've got a very high standard for Filipino food because my mum's pretty good at cooking. Guys, have you ever had a Filipino barbecue skewer?
I have not, unfortunately.
Ben, have you?
I actually invented them. No, I've never had one before.
And do you guys want to try some?
I think I will.
Yeah? All right. Let's go and buy one. All right, guys. We have ordered from the Filipino store. I have bought some things for my white friends here. These are all street food. So this is kwek kwek. It is a quail egg. Have you guys had quail egg?
No.
I don't think so.
No, it's good. It's quail egg that they deep fry in like an orange batter which has annatto in it. So annatto is like
Love your natto.
a bean. So you can dip it in a sauce. So the sauces that I've got here, one of these is a vinegar sauce, and then the other one, got what it is. It's like garlic and stuff. Anyway, you should try it. Opinions?
Nice.
Nice?
I guess I'll do the other one, the garlic thing that you don't know what it is.
I don't know. What do you think?
It's a lot less eggy than I thought it would be. Like, it's really good, but it doesn't taste like a boiled egg. You know what I mean?
Eggy.
That's probably a good thing because I'm not a big fan of eggs.
Okay.
I love it.
I love it. Here's the skewers that I got, guys. These ones are very special. This one we've got a nice normal pork skewer, and the other one I got pork isao, which is the intestine of the pork. If you're squeamish for intestine, shut up, do better, and move on. I'm gonna try it first, guys. Okay.
Okay, so how is it?
A little bit of a chew, like a little smoky lemongrass moment. It's really nice.
I'm going for it. It is chewy,
Yeah.
but it's good, yeah.
Not
Love
in like
it.
a bad way.
There's something inside.
Yeah. All right, Hannah, do you want to give it a go?
Give it a go. All right, so this is pork intestine.
Pork intestine.
Does it taste porky? Is that...
I don't know. You tell me.
Oh. It's not bad. It kind of reminds me of like fatty bits of crackling, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. A lot of collagen in this. Good for your skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of collagen, guys. Now, we've got the normal pork, which is my favorite, personally. I also like the chicken one. They do lamb here as well. I'm going to take a bite. Yum.
Okay, I'm going in. That's great, yeah. Very barbecuey.
So good. They marinate it for hours. Then they put on the grills.
All right, let's do it. It's really good.
It's really good, right? Let's rate it out of 5. Quick. I'm thinking a solid 3.5. It's good, but I prefer the ones in the Philippines.
Yeah, same, 3.5.
3.5?
I'm gonna say a 3.
3, not your fave?
I think it's because of how they were shaped. I was unable to dip them, so I didn't get that much sauce on them, and I think that's what you want.
Yeah, a little bit of sauce goes a long way. Now, the intestine, how do you feel? I'm going to eat another one. I think, for me, I think also 3.5. Not my favorite, but I do like it. I'll eat it if it's given to me.
I mean, I'd say the same. Maybe for me, 2.5, which is not bad.
I would also say 2.5. I'm not even a pork crackling girl, so if it's similar to that, then it's, it's good. It's just not my thing.
Okay, last one. This one, the barbecue skewer. Dude, 10 out of 10. I love it. It's my fave.
Yeah, I mean, certainly. I'd say 4.5, which is good.
I'm going to say a 4. Solid 4 out of 5. Listen, I'm not a skewer girly, so I think part of the issue was that it took so long for me to get a bite of it because I was spending so long trying not to get stuff on my hands. But otherwise, it tasted really good. It just needs more accessibility.
All right, accessibility, I hear you. And I'm sure that there are other ways to eat this or cook it, so maybe if you were ever to make it at home, you could just make it without the skewer bit. But I think part of the fun for me is the skewer and having it on a stick. Overall opinions on this food, would you eat it again?
Easily, yes.
Yeah, definitely.
There you go, guys. All right, that was awesome. Now, we're kind of heading towards the end of the stalls here. Flowers at the very end. The great thing about Haig Park Markets, guys, is that it's just across the road from the lovely street of Lonsdale. Lonsdale Street, massive one in Braddon, the very big shopping district and bars and everything like that. In case you've never been, guys, in Canberra, and those listening from outside of Canberra or wherever you are, check it out. Come over to Braddon, come over to Haig Park Markets on a Sunday. Lots of different stalls to look at, lots of different food, beautiful music, beautiful stalls. Just check it out. It's great. Would you go, guys, again?
Yes, I would.
What about you, Han?
I would.
Okay, well, there you go, guys. See you back in the stew.
There we go. That was AJ. And Haig Park Markets is open? Are open? Haig Park Markets? I don't know. Are open
yeah.
every Sunday, rain or shine. So definitely go check it out and support local businesses. And I think based on what AJ was seeing, maybe bring your dog. I think AJ would like to see more dogs. The
dogs
joy,
kissing.
the joy in her voice every time she spotted a dog. I think we need to keep bringing dogs in.
Absolutely. We've also had a couple of text messages come through on our text line. 889 saying, nice reporting, AJ. I agree. I felt like I was there in the markets. And then we also had one from the number ending in 363 saying, loving the show so far, guys. Have you guys been to the sister cities of Canberra? I know that Nara, Japan is one of them. I believe Beijing is one of them too. And we were talking about this. We're very into it.
We're very into it because you've been to one of them, haven't you? One of the sister cities.
I've been to Nara recently. It was a great time. But I'm on the lookout for more for Canberra.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've been looking for more sister cities, and I've been to Beijing. So between the two of us,
two thirds.
So we need to go to the third one together. That's
absolutely. Well, while we're on the topic of local businesses, let's have a chat with a local Canberra artist who's creating art a little bit differently. Elizabeth Ahern, who goes by the name Tin Lizzie, is creating jewellery out of recycled tins.
Liz has sold her products across Canberra and currently has a stock of earrings and necklaces on sale at Strathern Galleries. Liz joins us now to chat about her process in selling art in Canberra. Liz, thank you for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Nice to talk to you.
Well, firstly, Liz...
Great to talk to you.
Oh, you too. We're just wondering, can you tell us about the products that you're making at Tin Lizzie?
Oh, yeah, I'd love to. So, look, the majority of the jewellery that I make would be earrings. I just find that there's people are just really quite obsessed with buying and wearing earrings. So there's been a lot of interest in those. I also make some pendants and brooches from time to time as well. So look, as you said, I use salvage tins, sometimes your garden variety, pretty average sort of tin, and I can hopefully make something quite different and unique from it. Other times I'm lucky enough to get a hold of a vintage tin, and some of the older vintage tins have beautiful designs and patterns already on the tin. So,
and on that note, how do you source the materials? Do you just see them out and about, or do you collect them, or do you go hunting for them? What's that process like?
I have been collecting them, and I've actually got quite a number at the moment. So I've probably got more tins than I can create earrings at the moment. But look, all over the place. So I have a lot of people who I know who, especially now that they know what I'm doing, they'll donate tins. They might get an interesting Christmas present in a beautiful tin, or some teas come in some really lovely tins. So people donate them. I have found some at op shops and secondhand vintage shops. Sometimes online. I found an amazing tin just on Facebook Marketplace, and it was quite a rare tin. I don't think the owner knew that, and to be honest, I didn't know it either until I did a bit more research. So
you just knew you wanted it.
Yeah, I knew I wanted it, and it was a gorgeous retro sort of floral pattern. And I guess I'm quite interested in the history of the tins and this idea that you're repurposing them and giving them another life where they could be sort of sitting on someone's garage shelf otherwise.
Yeah, I like the whole recycling process you've got going on.
Yes.
We've heard that you've come from a legal background. So how did you make that jump into a creative industry?
I guess it's been a pretty varied journey. Yes, I used to be a lawyer in a kind of corporate firm, and then over time and after I had children, I started getting a bit craftier and a bit arty, and I'm actually a teacher now, so I'm teach 4 days a week. And look, I suppose I started doing a silversmithing course when my kids were little, and I'd do that one night a week here in Canberra. So I've just dabbled, and a lot of it is self-taught, and certainly the tin jewellery uses what's known as cold connection. So I've really had to teach myself how to do that.
On that note there, what would you say that is the biggest thing that you've learnt through your journey creating these pieces of art?
What's that? Sorry, the cold connection?
Yes.
Or the...
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. And yeah, look, and it very much is for me. Look, it's, I have been selling them at Strathnam, but I would say that it's probably still primarily a hobby, and it's, it really provides that kind of flow where you just get into it and you lose track of time, and it really is kind of the process, probably more than the end product in a way. Yeah.
Well, speaking of the end product, Liz, have you ever made something so incredible and you're wanting to sell it, but you're like, no, I have to keep it all for myself?
Occasionally I have kept some pieces for myself. I actually prefer to see them on other people than myself, to be honest. But probably a very special piece was it was an owl brooch that I made for my nan, who she passed away a couple of years ago, but she lived to 101. And she had a tawny frogmouth bird or owl that used to sit in the tree out in the backyard, and she would talk to this owl every day. So for a big present, might have been her 100th, I made her like a silver owl brooch. That has now been sort of passed down to my mum, who wears it, and I suppose it will return to me one day.
Oh, gosh.
So I think that's the most special, yeah. It's got big googly eyes.
Yeah, it sounds like it's certainly something that captures the attention and that relationship that it sounded like your grandmother had with that owl. I suppose... you said that this is more of a hobby for you as well, but do you think that it's easy for local Canberra artists to get their work out there and into the world, I suppose?
Look, I think it's becoming, look, I don't have a lot to compare it to, but I gather it's getting easier. I put stuff on Instagram and, people see it and I can direct them to places where they can buy it. I think it's fantastic that we seem to be having so much interest in handmade products, things that are not mass produced, things that are a little bit different. And yeah, look, I think we seem to have quite a market and opportunities for handmade, one-off kind of pieces, which I think is fantastic.
And for those looking to get involved and start creating their own things and pushing them out there, what would be your biggest piece of advice?
Look, I think just probably start small and maybe start with presents like I did, and just practice a lot and really try and enjoy the process. And then, it can just start off really, really slowly, and go and visit stores and little craft workshops, and I guess put yourself in that community and see what other people are doing as well.
And just going way back to the start of your journey when you were mentioning there about starting small, how did you discover that you could do this and turn tins into jewellery? Were you just playing around? Did you think, you know what, I feel like I could do this?
Well, look, so I've made all sorts of jewellery. For a while I was making jewellery out of like discarded crockery and things like that. That's a very labour-intensive process, and to do it really well, I think you need some really heavy, big, scary equipment. And it's also really heavy to wear. So then, I guess I'd been making stuff out of silver, and yeah, look, I saw a few people were doing something a little bit similar overseas, and just thought, wow, I love the sustainability of it. I love, you're just not adding to the footprint, I suppose, like you might be with some other items.
Absolutely.
And just really quickly, Liz, for those, we know that your work is currently available at the Strathnairn Gallery and on Instagram. What's the name of your account for those curious to find out more? And is there anywhere else that we can find your products?
Oh, sure. So it's Tin Lizzie Designs. So that's the Instagram name, hashtag whatever it is. So you can pretty easily find me there, Tin Lizzie Designs. And at the moment it's at Strathnairn and it's also in Pop, Canberra, in Braddon. Yeah. So, I've been lucky enough to, have things in both those stores. So that's kind of it at the moment. But yeah, definitely keeping an eye out on the Instagram, because every time I make a big sort of batch of things or new things, I'll post photos on there and people can just send me a message. And I'm local, so they're pretty easy to get hold of.
Wonderful. Well, I've just searched up your Instagram, so I think I need a song now to go and look through it so I can find what I'm going to get, because I'm very, very intrigued by this. But thank you so much for joining us on The Real Radio Show, Liz.
Oh, thanks for having me. And you're doing a great job.
Thank you so much.
Tune in.
That'd be great. There we go.
Awesome.
Good afternoon from the OWL Newsroom. I'm James Wybrow. Liberal MP Jackie Petrumas has been elected as the new Speaker for the Parliament of Tasmania, which opened today after the July 19 election delivered a hung Parliament. Miss Petruma, who represents the electorate of Franklin, won the vote 25-10 against Labor's nominee Jen Butler. A fire at a scrap metal yard in Lithgow has caused an explosion which rattled nearby homes and caused a man in his 50s to be taken to hospital with a lacerated ear. Emergency services were alerted to the blaze just before 8 a.m. this morning, taking an hour to put the flames out. Paleontologists have verified the discovery of Australia's largest fossil pearl to be over 100 million years old. The pearl, which is slightly bigger than an average marble, was verified by University of Queensland paleontologist Gregory Webb after 2 years of investigations. The fossil was discovered by tourists in 2019 between Mount Isa and Townsville in northern Queensland. Jasveen Sanger, known as the Ketamine Queen, has told authorities she will plead guilty to selling the drug that led to Friends star Matthew Perry's death. Perry passed away from a ketamine overdose in October 2023 in his Los Angeles home. The trial is scheduled to begin in September. The Bureau of Meteorology has warned that a prolonged period of wet and rainy weather can be expected along Australia's east coast this week, with flood warnings in place along parts of the northern rivers through Coffs Harbour to Port Macquarie. To sport, and Carlos Alcaraz has won the Cincinnati Open after Jannik Sinner pulled out in the first set due to illness. Sinner's retirement ended his 26th straight run of victories on hard courts, which included an Australian Open title earlier this year. A quick weather check. It's currently 12 degrees, getting down to 5 overnight. And that's the latest from the OWL Newsroom.
A 100-million-year-old pearl.
Yeah, 100 million year old. Can we go back to that? Wow. And tourists found it. Can you imagine, like, being on holiday and being like, wow, that's cool. And then, years later, it's like, that's actually the world's oldest fossil.
Yeah, and we found it.
Yeah. So do they know... Like, do you have a photo of it? I need to see this pearl. What do you have more information about this, or is it just that this now exists?
There is some photos of it online. It's inside a sort of rock formation thing. They haven't broken it out because they want to try and preserve it as best they can.
Yeah, I feel like if they tried to break it, it'd touch air and it'd just disintegrate.
Wither away.
Yeah, it'd wither away.
Do you know where they're keeping the pearl at the moment? Is it on display? Or
Alison wants to get it for her own collection.
Like some jewellery, guys, come on.
It's still at the university now, I believe. But the deal was that tourists are allowed to sort of excavate in this area on the provision that if they find anything of significant value, it's then donated.
So these tourists that found it were purposefully looking for things.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Free labour from the university.
Yeah. Not just walking around.
That's what I thought. I thought they just tripped over, or they were like, that's a cool shiny thing, and then they gave it to someone. But that's wow. That's a cool story. Maybe we need to go up there.
Yeah, I was going to say, we need to go outside on our university campus and start digging.
Start digging. Well, there's got to be something in there, surely. We'll have to rival the 100 million year old. We'll have to find 101 million year old.
We will. We'll be back next week, hopefully, with some good news.
Some good news. Well, thanks for the news, James. We'll chat to you in a little bit.
And speaking of that wet and rainy weather. It is almost spring, believe it or not. And what better way to step into spring than with some nudes and some blooms?
Alison, do you care to explain yourself?
Yes, Tia, don't even worry about it. By nudes, I'm talking about noodles, and blooms, flowers.
Right.
So there's the clarification, guys. Mine's out of the gutter. Local Canberra florist Kieran from House de Fleurs has teamed up with dumpling expert and business owner Lin to serve up the Noods and Blooms event. On the 31st of August at Mood Studio in Phillip, ticket holders will enjoy a seasonal flower arranging workshop, followed by, this is the exciting part for me, a laksa and a Thai green curry lunch, fresh matcha, and homemade mochi for dessert.
Yum. What a way to spend a day.
I know.
Wow.
I know. Fusing flowers and food, I chatted to Lin and Kieran last week to find out more about their spring celebration.
My name is Lin. I am the owner of a dumpling business called Dumpling Lin's. We primarily do like take-home packs that you cook at home, fortnightly delivery, but in the last year I've been doing like way more collaborations and events. I actually met Kieran through like an event that we did for his birthday. He contacted me to do dumplings at his birthday, and that's how we met, and then we just became friends. And now we're doing a collaboration for this workshop coming up. Kieran.
Hey, I'm Kieran, owner of House de Fleurs, local Canberra event florist. I started my journey working at a florist this time last year, and then took the dive to do it myself, and met so many creatives along the way, including Lin, and can't wait to do our little workshop together. So excited.
What is our workshop, Kieran?
Florist flower making workshop featuring matcha, laksa, mochi, and it'll be held at Mood Studios, so there'll be time to take photos of everyone's arrangements. So
Now we know you guys so well. I guess you kind of answered my question a little bit, but for those listening, Kieran and Lin are hosting an event called Noods and Blooms, which, first of all, fantastic name. I talked to someone about it and they were like, what?
It sounds a little R-rated.
Yeah, it's Noods and Blooms. But I was wondering, like, how did this partnership and this collaboration for this event specifically even start?
I think Kieran and I just like connected really well. We're both Aries, and we just had like a lot of ideas, and every time we met up we were just like coming up with new ideas. And then I don't know when it actually started. I think I actually don't even know. Every time we meet there's like 1,000 things and we're just like, we should do this and we should do that. I think it was always on the kind of cards. We were like, I think when Kieran really took the plunge into doing his business, and I'm like super supportive. I love like local businesses, and like I'm a bit older, so I feel like I'm a bit of like an older sister, and I'm like really trying to like support him and love what he does. And I've been doing a lot of like collaborations with other people. Like I do a yoga laksa event like monthly during the winter months, and we just thought it'd be super fun to have Kieran do like a flower workshop and kind of let people experiment and be creative, and then I would do the lunch. I think we both just love food and creativity.
Same.
And like the kind of the mesh of like sitting down and being creative in a beautiful space, eating beautiful food, and just like connecting with like-minded people was like kind of just like what we love. And so it was just like a natural thing that kind of came out. And then I think over a lot of like hilarious texting, like our text history is like so unhinged, and we were like, what are we gonna call it? And then it just kind of came out, and I was like, is that too like euphemistic? And he was like, no, I think it's perfect for us.
I agree.
That was kind of, I think, the origins. Oh, and then I think we had a like content shoot day at Mood Studio, which is this beautiful new photography studio in Phillip. And that was really fun because I think we went in to get some like promo shots for the event, thinking it would be this one style, and in the end we've got like the laksa bowl and the noodles. I'm like covered in noodles. We're in the psych wall, and I'm like put the flowers in the noodles. And we ended up creating this kind of like really cool like stop motion video. And I just think when we're together, we feed off each other's like creativity, and it's just like, really fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Match made in heaven. Kieran, I'll get you to just do like a really quick rundown of the event and what's going to happen on the day and what can we expect.
So at the Noods and Bloom event, we'll be starting off the day. There'll be fresh matcha, in-house made, so that's going to be divine, and then some mochi, also homemade. So then everyone gets to settle in, and they'll be guided through how to make a wired arrangement, and they'll learn some tricks of the trade, some floral tips on how to reflex roses, and then as they kind of play along with their flowers, we'll get lunch ready for them to all enjoy afterwards, especially coming into spring. It's still a bit chilly, so it's the perfect comfort food. And then, they get to play around in the studio and take photos of their arrangements and then take it all home. Yeah, it's going to be amazing.
Oh, so fun. Well, speaking of lunch, this is a part that when I saw this for the first time, I was like, this is a great event. You're serving up a Northern Thai laksa and a Thai green curry. As a Malaysian person, this is like in my blood. Laksa runs through my veins, so I was like super excited to see that. But I was just wondering, what are your guys' death row meals? Or like, what would be your final meal? Because like a matcha, mochi, and a laksa is probably one of my top things.
You just listed it.
Oh man! Oh my god! Now I'm on the spot.
I know.
I mean, I do. It's so hard. If you get me on a different day, it's probably a different thing. I love Japanese food. But death row. I mean. Oh, Kieran, you go first. I don't know.
All right, I'd say a death row last meal. Christ.
Or like an ultimate meal.
Yeah.
Like it always hits.
I too love Japanese food, and at the moment I'm a slut for matcha. I'm a slut for ramen. So maybe ramen, matcha, and then probably mochi to just like finish me off. If there's ever mochi in the house made by Lin, it's gone in like 2 seconds. Serves 10, feeds 1. So
give you a whole box and you're like, it's all gone.
Yeah, literally, it's gone. Laura doesn't eat it, so yeah, that would probably be it.
Yum.
Something with noodles. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I guess in this moment now that we're talking about it, I think being like Thai Chinese, I think the flavor, I say with like Malaysian food, like the combination of the sour and the spicy and the creamy, and it's like it hits all the taste buds. Yeah. So it kind of gives you everything, and then each mouthful is kind of different. And there's noodles and there's crunchy and there's like soft. So yeah, maybe a ramen though.
Yeah, I just
all of that.
Yeah.
I think I also don't make ramen, and I haven't made ramen, like Japanese ramen, so for me it still feels like this kind of like mystery food that when I get it, I'm like, why is it so flavorful? So I think because it's winter, maybe ramen.
Final question, I'm so curious, what's the like behind the scenes look into the event? Like how many roses and stuff do you need to prepare? How long does it take to cook all of this food? What does that look like?
So preparing flowers is surprisingly time consuming. There's a lot of prepping all the stems, removing leaves. So it's probably like a good day of my work prepping for this event, not to mention, the matcha, the setup, everything like that. So yeah, there's a lot of behind the scenes that I think people forget in creative businesses that just take up so much of your time, and that's obviously why people charge what they do. So yeah, there's a lot happening, I'd say. But the laksa, I feel like, equally as time consuming, cooking for the board. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that the laksa I have kind of down. Like I cook it, like I slow cook it with the chicken one for like maybe 4 hours or something, and there's all the prep of like the toppings and everything. But it's all the little details. Like we're just meeting now about like the table setting and like we're very finicky about all of these little details.
Same, I would be too.
How everything's gonna go and the flow and the vibe and the playlist and like curating like a mood. And a vibe, because I think that's so important. It's like all the little details are so important to us. So yeah, I think we end up meeting like quite a lot over the weeks leading up to it. So like there's the on the day work, but there's all the other work that goes into it. But it's kind of not really work because we love it, and it's like, what colour ribbon are we going to get? And like, what font should we print the names on?
It could go completely unnoticed, but
Real.
obsessed with it.
All right, well, tickets are sold out. I checked, so congrats, guys. But for those curious, Noods and Blooms, where can they find you? How can they get involved next time?
So Instagram's probably the best way to follow us. We kind of post everything there, and for the next event we'll like release tickets, and yeah, hopefully we'll have more spots for the next one so people can be involved.
So fun. Well, thanks for chatting with me, guys. I will be stalking you online to see how the event goes.
And that was Linlin and Kieran from House de Fleurs and Linlin's business Dumplinlins, talking about the Noods and Blooms event.
It sounds like it's going to be a wonderful time.
And I will be going
next
week.
Were saying to me you managed to get a ticket.
So excited.
You'll have to report back. This week is Book Week. Alison and James, were you a fan of Book Week when you were younger?
I love the stalls that they set up in the library. But I was never really buying books. I was buying all the little toys and stuff that came with Book Week.
As the daughter of a teacher librarian, I'm disappointed in you, James.
No. I like a little dress up, you know. I was trying to think back to my old costumes during the break. I went as one of the Dalmatians from Cruella de Vil. We did a full group thing.
Very cute.
I've been a crayon from the crayons.
That's such an iconic book, though. Love it.
I think I was Snow White in my very early days. I don't know if that's even a book though. So
yeah, it was a book first.
Oh really? Okay, then I'm killing it out here. Yeah.
Well, I have got a game for you. Guess the price of the Book Week costume.
I'm
because
excited.
I was looking at them with my mum and I was quite surprised at some of the costs of what I saw. So I'm going to tell you the name of the costume and the description provided, and you have to guess how much someone would have to pay to be the lucky owner of this costume.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you a $20 sidebar. I don't know what the word is. $20 either way.
Yep.
So if you guess within $20 of the price, you'll hear a cha-ching sound effect. Which means you've got it right. And if you get it wrong, you'll hear a coin drop.
I don't like
as
that.
Disappointing as your answers being wrong. So are you ready to play Guess the Price of the Book Week costume?
Yes, I am.
All right. Number 1. Lord of the Rings Gandalf adult beard kit, multicolored adult.
Ooh.
Here's
Adult.
Adult. Here's the description.
Okay.
Transform into the wise wizard and member of the Istari Order with this Lord of the Rings Gandalf adult beard kit. Contains a long grey wig with slight curl, a long grey beard, and attached to moustache.
I think you have to pay extra for the slight curl. And the person who's writing that description has definitely been writing away in other things, I think.
Well, I maybe slightly cheating went as Gandalf the Grey, and my girlfriend went as Gandalf the White for Halloween last year.
We will need photos of this after
and
the show.
how much was your costume, James?
We didn't buy the actual costumes from a costume store. We made them ourselves. So it was, it's hard to say how much a real one's going to be, but I think it was a lot cheaper what we did.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, the whole point of Book Week is to make your own stuff. I'm kind of disappointed that people are pre-packaging their costumes, but I guess do what you got to do. I'm going to say $40.
I'm going to say 120.
Whoa!
No
one of you was
way.
very close to being right and the other one
No,
is not. James,
no.
you are so far away. It's $55. So we'll get a cha-ching sound effect for Alison.
Okay,
there we go.
Thank you. 120 though, it's not a bad guess in today's economy, I will say.
Well, he said adult costume.
So
it's
true
just
though.
just the beard though. You
Oh.
have to go for everything else.
But it's a slightly curled
It's a slightly curled
beard here.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
All right, next one. The enormous crocodile kids costume multicolored. They're really slayed with the names here. Get ready to snap into fun with this enormous crocodile kids costume. This bright and fun costume is perfect for any little bookworm who loves Roald Dahl's classic tale. And it's just like a green jumpsuit with "I have secret plans and clever tricks" written on the front, and you get like a little crocodile head to put on. A mask.
Okay.
Crocodile
And
head's cool.
how enormous is enormous?
It's not enormous at all. That's the thing.
Okay.
The title lies to you. I think it's just the book is called like The Enormous Crocodile or something.
So it's a crocodile suit and a head that we're going for today. Oh, this is tricky. I'm trying to equate this against Gandalf. I think it's more stuff than that. So I'm going to go $74.20.
We'll get in the cents then. I was going to say something around that. I'll go $60.
Oh, Alison again, nearly getting there. $80.
Oh, no way though. That's just a scam, guys. It's a rip-off, I think.
All right, well, we're going to move on to Magical Possum Deluxe Adults Costume. That's my other thing I found. They can't use the actual name of these things. So this is obviously The Magic Possum, the book by Alison Lester.
Yes, my namesake.
Yeah, but they can't call it that, so they just extend the truth a little bit. Step into a world of enchantment with our Magical Possum Deluxe Adults Costume. It contains, it's a lot here, a plush hooded jumpsuit with the hood featuring possum facial features. So that's rounded ears, small embroidered dark brown eyes, black eyelashes, delicate whiskers, and a sweet light pink nose. A thick dark brown tail is added to the realism, perfect for playful swishing. But what sets this costume apart, this is all directly from the website, by the way, is the separate purple apron adorned with yellow stars, inspired by the Aussie storybook Possum Magic. How much?
Oh, no. I think I need to get paid to listen to that description again because that was just too extravagant.
So it's essentially just a possum costume, like a jumpsuit with an apron on it.
A separate apron with stars.
And a face thing, right?
Yeah, it's the hood.
Okay.
The hood has a possum face.
This is our most deluxe. James, you take a guess first.
Oh, I've been so off every time in every game we've played. I'll go $120 again.
Okay, that seems fair. I would say I'll go 100 on the dot. Yeah.
Nope. No, not even within the $20 range. It was $79.99.
Sounds fair.
But does it though?
Well, compared to the crocodile one.
In comparison, yeah, you do get a lot more with the Possum Magic, and I would probably take that one.
It's making the Gandalf beard sound like a real rip-off.
Yeah.
$55 for a curly beard.
For a beard. Slightly
and a
curled.
moustache. All right. Dr. Seuss Thing 1 and 2 women's costume. Enter the magical world of Dr. Seuss and come as Thing 1 or Thing 2 with this costume. Includes a long sleeve red dress, light blue and red striped footless leggings, a light electric blue waist sash, and a light blue fur headband with 2 antennae. Dress features a white circular center, on the chest with the word Thing printed at the top and space to attach either the 1 or 2 felt number. How much?
So you only get one costume.
Yes. But you can go as Thing 1 or 2.
As Thing 1 or Thing 2.
What's the point of going as just Thing 1 or Thing 2?
Yeah, it sounds a bit lonely. Tricky times. I'm going to just say $55. That's my gut reaction. This is not standing out to me at all. I'm not impressed.
There's been a trend of $80-ish, so I'm going to go $80.
Okay.
Wow, you're both very wrong. It's $114.99. There's
no way.
So that's the most expensive one so far.
I think I need to email some of these companies afterwards.
I know.
I was get them to change
I'm getting
their price.
$115 worth of a costume. That's kind of crazy to me. So these were all online. So these are the ones that I've seen in Big W. So these are now going to be shorter.
In Big W?
In Big W, these next ones.
Okay.
Willy Wonka children's costume includes a jacket with attached waistcoat, a bow tie, a golden ticket, and a top hat.
$13.
13. I'll go $42.
Ooh, James was nearly there. $50.
No way. This is Big W tier. You said cheaper.
All right, we're speed rounding. Pug children's costume. Includes jumpsuit. I know. I was like, what is this?
What book is that from?
I like this one.
I think there's some book about a pug, surely. Includes jumpsuit with attached tail and a mask.
$35.
$26.
$19.
Oh, bargain.
That's the cheapest one so far. All right, Gruffalo children's costume includes all-in-one jumpsuit and hood of the Gruffalo character.
All-in-one jumpsuit. For efficiency's sake, $18.
I'll say $49.
$30.
Oh.
And finally, children's Alice in Wonderland Alice costume includes a dress with a mock apron and a headband. How much does it cost?
$35.
$30.
Alison's got it right on the money. $30 there. What a way to end the game. There you go. So there was quite a variety in price I found based on quality, costume.
This is upsetting to me. I don't think that people need to be spending.
Do you want to see a photo of the pug costume?
Absolutely.
We're going to have to put it up later because it is so terrifying.
No.
It is like some out-of-body, last-minute. James is too far away to see, but he looks terrified, as you should be.
For those listening at home, just imagine like an alien head.
Yeah.
I can't even.
Yeah, jump onto the socials, UCFM_87.8. We might post it up there to give you something fun to laugh at.
Good afternoon from the OWL Newsroom. I'm James Wybrow. United States President Donald Trump today announced plans for a trilateral summit between himself, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, and Russian leader Vladimir Putin to discuss the ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine. The announcement came after talks were held at the White House between Trump and Zelensky, as well as leaders from France, Italy, the United Kingdom, Finland, and Germany. The summit aims to facilitate direct dialogue between Ukraine and Russia. However, skepticism remains regarding President Putin's willingness to engage in such talks. President Zelensky firmly rejected any discussions involving territorial concessions, particularly land swaps, which was suggested earlier in talks. He emphasized that Ukraine would not accept any decisions that compromise its territorial integrity, and also noted he would only hold talks with the Russian leader, not delegates, as was the case earlier in the year. Turning to the Middle East, Hamas has said it has accepted a new proposal from Arab mediators for a ceasefire in the Gaza Strip, but Israel has indicated its stance on the war has not changed. Mediators in the region are attempting to revive a US proposal for a 60-day ceasefire, during which some of the remaining 50 hostages would be released. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said that reports of Hamas's acceptance of the proposal showed it was under massive pressure. The Gaza Health Ministry has released an updated Palestinian death toll, which has passed 62,000. The Australian Jewish Association have announced that the show will go on after Simcha Rothman, a far-right Israeli politician, had his visa cancelled days before his scheduled visit to Australia. Home Affairs Minister Tony Burke said he would not accept people coming to the country to spread division as the reason behind the visa cancellation. The Australian Jewish Association declared they would not bow down in a social media announcement earlier today, and that Mr. Rothman would address an event organised by the group via Zoom. Australia's second largest internet provider, iiNet, has compromised the email addresses, phone numbers and passwords of hundreds of thousands of customers after a data breach was announced earlier today. A third party gained access to iiNet's order management system after stealing account credentials from an employee. The hack was confirmed on Saturday by iiNet's parent company TPG, but did not inform customers until Tuesday morning. The telco giant has hired external IT and cybersecurity experts to assist in its response. On to local Canberra news, the ACT government has confirmed that the Belconnen Basketball Stadium expansion project is moving ahead in partnership with Basketball ACT. The contract to undertake preliminary planning and design has been awarded to SQC Group, a Canberra-based architectural firm, and is expected to complete this work in early 2026. The proposed expansion will consider adding 3 new courts, including an 1,800-seat FIBA Level 1 show court, which would allow the stadium to host national and international competitions. Canberra has 15,000 registered basketball players and is one of the region's largest growing sports. The Canberra Symphony Orchestra fears proposed changes to the Australian National University School of Music could eventually spell the end to the ensemble altogether. The orchestra's chief executive, Rachel Thomas, said she wanted to work closely with the university to find a way to keep performance students in Canberra, but now fears the orchestra might eventually no longer function due to the lack of communication from the Australian National University. To sport, and Australia has won the toss and elected to field in their one-day international match versus South Africa in Cairns. Marnus Labuschagne returns to the side after being dropped for the tour of the West Indies. Alex Carey also joins the side as a dedicated batsman, while Josh Inglis will wicket-keep. South Africa are currently 2 for 193, with 14 overs remaining in their innings. The WNBL has announced that Tasmania will be one of the 2 new teams added to the WNBA with NBL, with the league set to form a 10-club competition next year. The Tasmania Jack Jumpers were awarded the licence, but the women's team will carry a different name and logo to their men's counterpart. This will be the first time Tasmania will have a women's team in the competition since 1996. The league is still searching for the 10th team, which will join the competition for the 2026-2027 season. Nick Kyrgios has pulled out of his proposed US Open mixed doubles pairing with Naomi Osaka, casting doubt on his participation in the singles tournament, which begins on the 24th of October. Kyrgios has been plagued by injuries for the last 3 years and recently posted his knee was cooked in a social media post. A quick weather check. It's currently 12 degrees, getting down to 5 overnight, with showers expected to start tomorrow and lasting until Saturday. And that's the latest from the Owl Newsroom.
Another perfectly timed bulletin there, James. I feel like we just have to mention both the times, at least, that you've done the news for Alison and I. You've nailed it to the second. So
every time.
There you go. We've got James from the news there. And I mean, I think Canberra is really... Do you think that Canberra's becoming the home of basketball? I feel like we've got a lot happening.
There's a lot more players than ever before. And I know in my own family, I've always been a football family. Yeah. My 2 little brothers are always playing football, but now one of them's turned to basketball because that's what all his friends are doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, I was looking at the basketball blitz. The NBL blitz is obviously in Canberra this year, and that's next Wednesday it starts. So a lot of basketball fans will be converging on Canberra and filling up the stands and everything. And I think it's definitely showing that Canberra has this need, this desire to see basketball. And I mean, like you were saying about with your own family, James, my mum and I bought memberships for the Isy Caps this year, which we've never done before. And she and I are not sports people in the slightest, but we went to a few games last season and we were like, you know what? Let's make this a regular thing. Let's have our seats. So I think it's a great sport.
Yeah, it's a really fun atmosphere when you get to watch it live as well.
And there's also some documentaries and stuff going on Netflix about what is it, the Chicago Bulls, I think?
Yes, Alison.
It's my limited knowledge coming out. But yeah, it's really taking a turn on not just the sport world, but our entire world as a whole.
Well, hopefully this new Belconnen Stadium development is on the path to getting Canberra's own NBL team, not just the women's.
That is the one thing that's letting us go, I think, at the moment, is that we've only got the women. And I mean, the women are great, though. I'm so excited. They've got some great names for this season, which watch this space. We've been in contact with them, so we might maybe get them in next in a few weeks. We'll see what happens there.
Now, though, we are joined by a very special musical guest, Isy Cappo. Thanks for coming on.
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me.
Isy's a local independent artist blending R&B with dance pop. I'm hoping that's correct. Her music has been described as a fusion of honest storytelling, addictive melodies, and electrifying production.
Stop it.
And very exciting.
She's going to make me blush.
Very exciting. You're releasing your debut EP, Somewhere in the Lost and Found, on the 22nd of August, which is this Friday. Crazy that it's so close.
No.
I mean, what's it like being a local independent artist?
It's a whirlwind. You know, I've been releasing music since 2020, so it's been 5 years now, and it's been completely independent. It's also, you know, the whole process of learning as you go.
Yeah.
Finally got the chance to do this artist development project last year, and they took you through the steps of how to actually support yourself in an EP, and if you wanted to do that, go for it, you know. So yeah, this year I really took that on, and I was like, yeah, you know what, it's been 5 years of releasing singles, let's put this body of work together. So yeah, that's how it's been.
And how did your relationship with music begin in the first place?
Oh, well, my brother was in a rock band when I was really young. Yeah.
Wow. So you were this is what I want to do.
No, yeah, literally, and how weird that I went from rock to R&B. But Paramore was always on, and I'd be singing those high notes, and my mum was like, she better be a singer when she grows up, because I was always just screaming my little head off. So yeah, it's always just kind of been in my blood. My whole family are car related. They're all mechanics. They're all window tinters. And I was like, no, I want to sing. So yeah.
You doing a little car wash and the mic going.
Yeah. You've got the whole gig there. And I was doing a little bit of digging on the Triple J website, and they mentioned about your Australian and Italian heritage has influenced your music.
Isy's wearing an Italian shirt today.
Yeah. I'm actually off to Italy next month for a songwriting retreat for 9 days. So finally getting over back to the motherland. So my whole dad's side of the family is Italian. They all live over there, and sometimes not featured in this EP, but sometimes I do use the Italian language in my songs. I'd love to explore that even more in next year's EP. So fun stuff.
With a song retreat, what does that
entail?
For 9 days of songwriting in Italy,
you don't get let out until you've written a whole new EP.
Basically, yeah. No, it's actually really chill. The place that do it, they're called the Artist Studio. It's run by Christian LaRusso. 5 Seconds of Summer's artist.
Wow.
Yeah,
making
he's
the
their manager.
connections.
Yeah. Gotta mention it. But so they run it, and they just book these villas in these crazy places. Last year it was Cabo, Mexico. So so you just kind of get in there. They bring on producers from the UK, from America, wherever they can find them, I guess. And yeah, you kind of just boot camp it out for 9 days until you write some incredible stuff. And it's really fun, really relaxing
to see
as well.
What happens.
Yeah, we're gonna have to like get you back in afterwards. And you can like recount day by day what it was
the olive
like.
skin's gonna finally come through.
Yeah, I'm like, what pass did you have on day 4?
Yeah.
I'll give you the whole like rundown as well. That'd be so fun.
Oh, well, tell us more about your EP coming out soon. Do you have a favorite song, or what can you tell us about it?
I do. I really love Skimming the Surface. That's already been released. It was the third track off of the EP this year. But the feature song for the EP itself is called High. And it was written with Ryan Harvey. So he's a producer from LA. He's worked with some amazing people as well. And it was just a really honest session. You know, I got a stomach bug from drinking, I think, hibiscus tequila or something like that. I don't know.
Exotic.
I've never had, sorry if
was
I'm
that
not allowed
in
to say that. It wasn't Cabo. It wasn't
Really?
Cabo. So I was just like, this stomach bug all week. And I was like, I've felt, really off, the day after kind of vibe. I don't know how much I'm allowed to say on air. But so I was like, I've just really felt off. And the people in that session were really like, let's write about it. Let's put it out into the world that, maybe you just need to seek certain substances when you get back home. I said, okay, I don't normally do that, but let's do it. And yeah, it was just a fun experience disregarding the whole substances it was just, it's also where the name of the EP came from. One of the lyrics is, I've been somewhere, like I've been stuck in the lost and found.
It's a beautiful title for an EP.
Thank you. Yeah, well, I'm only in my 20s, like I've only just turned 20 this year, so I felt that it kind of explained the last 2 years of my life and the whole process of writing this EP as well, and especially traveling to Cabo and to Bali and now to Italy. It's like I've been somewhere and I've been like lost, but I've been finding myself at the same time through my music.
Yeah, absolutely. And I suppose
she gets it.
Yeah. We try. We connect. Speaking about the single Skimming the Surface, how do you choose which songs you want to release from the EP as a single? Is it sort of the ones that you're really proud of or you think will draw people in?
Yeah, I think it's obviously, especially being independent, there's that creative side and then there's that business side as well. It's like the creative side's like, these are the 3 I love the most. And then the business side is like, these are your strongest songs. So like put them out first. So it's kind of like a push and pull, with those two sides of myself, I guess. But yeah, I think it just came down to the first ones that I really wrote on this whole process. Like those 3 were chronologically what I wrote.
Yeah.
But the ones that have come out, they were all written in Bali in the same week. So
wow.
You're on a global tour.
Yeah, you're already there.
Songwriting tour.
yeah, it was crazy. I was in like these clubs in Bali, like, play my song. And they're like, no, we're not going to do it. It's like a Dropbox file.
You're like, just wait, in 2 years, you'll be really regretting that you didn't.
Exactly.
For sure. But yeah, I think it was just what I wanted to do at the time, like which song kind of spoke to me each time, which was, that's kind of how it happened.
And in terms of your music itself, like how would you describe your sound and how you came up with that?
I think I've been publicly releasing my journey for 5 years, so I think this EP has solidified my sound as an artist. I feel like I've gone through so many public expressions of different genres over the past 5 years that I've finally kind of secured that little niche box that I'm now put myself in.
Yeah.
Because, so many people want to chuck you in that box. Like, you're pop, you're R&B. And I'm like, you know what? Let me take my time. Let me do some folk stuff. Let me, do some that Taylor Swift stuff, each era.
Yes, exactly. When you do your own eras too, you'll have such a variety.
Yeah, I'm already dropping Easter eggs and just EP.
The shirt's an Easter egg.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it definitely is. So I think the way I found my sound was just figuring it out through music. Just very organically, which is really fun.
And I want to say as well about the album cover, the EP cover, it reminded me a lot of The Fate of Ophelia, like that painting of her in the water. I was wondering, was that the connection, or were you just, this is the vibe you saw?
Yeah, well, me and Taylor are like this.
Yeah, so I was like, I was like, is she the one that's also collaborating on the album there?
She was at the songwriting camp.
Yeah, I've got a feature. No, sadly it was definitely not. A bit of a link. It was actually taken in like my back shed, we painted a wall and then we stuck. I've got another reason it's called Somewhere in the Lost and Found is I've got a really bad obsession with clothes, things that I just don't wear, and then they just pile up everywhere. So it's definitely a physical thing as a metaphor. So yeah, we just kind of stuck all my clothes up on the wall and like filled me in with all these clothes. It was very like an at-home job with a professional camera and a professional photographer from Canberra actually.
Wow, there you go.
So that's the whole cover art of it all. I just really wanted to visually
capture
the lost and found of it all.
We can feel it. We have the vibes coming this way. Well, in terms of you moving forward, what does Isy Cappo in the next day or next few years or however long you want to go, what does that look like for your musical journey?
It's more singles, it's more EPs, it's more trips to Italy and Cabo. Who knows where?
I was going to say, is there a world tour anytime soon? Is there maybe a little Canberra tour potentially?
I'm hoping to do performances. I did have one lined up, but it didn't fit the schedule with Italy. I was like, Italy, Canberra, sorry
Canberra
guys.
winter, Italy
Canberra
summer,
winter, So I think I've just had this goal set on Italy and this camp for so long that when I come back, I do think I'm really gonna look into the whole independent tour, you know, and team up with Music New South Wales. They've got a very good revenue of venues that you can always reach out to, so that's definitely the near future. But after this I got dance class. If we want to go real near future, I've got dance class after this.
What type of dance are you doing?
It's with Passion and Purpose here in Canberra.
Cool, we've heard about them.
Nice. So they do hip hop and Afro dancing as well. So it's just a excuse to get moving again, especially like being on stage.
You've got to have that.
Gotta have that movement,
and like maybe even some dancing to your own song.
You can
give them that Dropbox file that you get.
Well, they actually some of the girls that work at Passion and Purpose, they choreographed the dance that's featured in the Dance for music video, and they're in it as well.
Wow,
small world.
It sounds like you're super busy, so we won't keep you for too long, but for those wanting to listen to your music, where can we find your music? Where can we follow you?
I'm Isy Cappo on every single streaming platform, every single social media platform, and it's spelled ISY. Izzy.
Yes.
Yeah.
ISY.
People trip up on that sometimes. So.
CAPPO.
Yes, thanks.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us in the studio. It looks like you've got a very exciting future ahead. So
you guys,
we'll watch this space.
Yeah, I'm watching this space. Right?
Yeah.
You guys are set up in this studio for everyone that's listening.
Thanks.
It's a great studio. I'm happy to be here. And thanks for having me.
Yeah,
as
absolutely.
well.
We'll have to get you. Totally have to get you back after the Italy songwriting.
For sure.
And good luck for the release of the EP. We'll be tuning in to that on Friday too.
Thank you.
And now I'm very intrigued about what's been presented to us.
Yes, we are joined by James again. Hi, James.
Yes, hello. I buggered off for a couple of minutes, 7 minutes to be exact, of cooking time of the frozen toasted sandwich.
Yeah, now I'm so confused. Please explain this frozen toasted sandwich.
Yeah, well, last week for our icebreaker, James and AJ were our hosts, and what was it? You were telling us about your discovery of frozen toasties?
Yeah, a new product I saw, and it just irked me because a toasted sandwich, a ham and cheese toasted sandwich, is the easiest thing to make.
Yeah.
And to have it in frozen to try and simplify it just hurt me to my soul. And it takes longer. It took me longer to sit around waiting for this to cook on a sandwich press.
7 minutes, exactly. Damn. Well, we have them in the studio with us today for our very first live food taste test on the Real Radio Show.
Which is very exciting because normally we're hungry by this point in the show because we've heard a delicious food tasting.
This is a 7-minute cooking pick-me-up and I'm so excited. How
are we going to do this?
Yeah.
Alison, you're closer to the plate. Take a bite. We're going to describe your reactions as you take a bite.
I'll describe
me.
James. Yeah, okay. James can describe us while we bite.
Yeah, I'll describe
are we holding a plate like this?
Take yours, Tia.
The look of it. It doesn't look like the golden, crispy bread that you get from a nice toasted sandwich.
It's very... Can I get some action on the microphone? Can
Absolutely.
you hear that?
Some ASMR.
All right, here we go.
The bread is so thin.
It's like a tortilla.
All right, let's go, guys.
Oh, it's really hot.
It's a very pastry bread, feeling at it and looking at it. And looking from how I've cut it in half, it doesn't look like it's cooked all the way through, even though I did exactly what the box said.
You shouldn't have said that after I took a bite. You know what? It's not bad, it's nowhere. It's not a toasty. Like, this is far from a toasty.
I mean, okay, if I didn't know that this was a frozen toasty, I would not be able to tell. I'd be confused that it's not bread, but it tastes exactly like one that I'd make.
Yeah, it's like like gozleme or what's the Mexican ones where you like
a quesadilla?
Quesadilla. That's what this is, a quesadilla. This is not a toasty, but not bad. I'll take it.
Yeah, I'm getting a creme fraiche sort of cheese from it. There's no cheese pull because it's just sort of splot on there. It's not like a slice.
Splot on there. That's very technical language from James.
It's not the most appetizing food, but it's
Producer Rach.
It's not bad.
Yes, thumbs up or thumbs down. She's
thumbs maybe.
She's leaning towards the top. Interesting.
Okay, I would agree. I would say like a 6 out of 10.
A 6 out of 10? I'd say it's like 7.5. I don't hate it that much.
I don't hate it, but I've eaten some good food, guys, and this is like, it's in the middle.
And I think we're comparing it to a toasty, and for me, a toasty it warms my heart, warms my soul.
But is that because it's made with love, and this isn't made with love?
You don't know that, Tia.
Oh, I'm so sorry to the people who made the toasty.
Yes,
I tried to make this with love as much as I could.
No, we feel the 7 minutes of toasting in every bite.
I mean, okay, maybe because when I was younger, we would have ham and cheese toasted wraps, which is just what this is, essentially, in my mind. Because, I don't know, we didn't have bread, or we were too unbothered to make toasted sandwiches, I don't know. And we had the wraps. And so I think that's why I'm enjoying this more, is because it tastes like something I had when I was little. So it's got that childhood nostalgia.
I do like it. I am going to go back for a
second.
Yeah,
the more you eat it, the better it gets.
That is true. It's just not a toasty. Nothing beats that for me. That's like a top 10 food, I have to say.
Yeah. Well, I think we best wrap up there. I don't know how much more we can speak about frozen toasties. And we've also run a little bit over time, so thank you for sticking around as we jump onto some frozen toasties.
Yes, we are jumping on them. Yeah, that's what we have for this week. A big thank you to our guests, Liz from Tin Lizzie, Isy Cappo, as well as Linlin and Kieran from House to Fleurs and Dumplin' Lin's. Also thanks to AJ for her Haig Park review, dog experience.
Yes, thanks to James bringing in the toasties.
And the news. And yeah, make sure to check out our socials at UCFM_87.8.
We'll be back again next Tuesday. You can find past episodes of this show and all other UCFM shows on our website, ucfm.com.au. But yeah, let's enjoy the rest of the toasties. This has been The Real Radio Show.